welcome to another episode of SRBTV. I am Kristen.
Christopher.
And of course, on today's episode, we are taking a look at the Season 2 finale of
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage, yeah, I was getting to that.
You just took forever.
Anyways, this season, we will admit, has been a bit of a slog.
Oh, very. Each
anyway,
episode's been a slog.
Not all of them. We'll get to that later. Yeah. But it has been a bit of a slog. It feels like they didn't really know where they're going with the story until close to halfway through the season.
That's when they were like.
And then by that point, everything still felt slow, except for a couple episodes. Like I said, we'll get to in our overall review of the season. But other than that, I think it was a good. I think the acting's still good. Yeah. The music's still great, and the cinematography's still amazing.
Yes. So now,
what has happened this season is. So we'll clarify.
Try to make it quick and short.
Bushmaster was less of the main villain and more like somebody who was like the other half of what Luke Cage is. More of the getting stuff done at any cost.
It pretty much if Luke Cage went his route in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially, and apparently it was Mariah's mother, Mama Mabel, who killed his mother because of a rum deal. Of the rum deal, pretty much. Yeah, right. Because of the Bushmaster rum deal, and
well, the rum deal, but also the deal with Harlem's Paradise. Who gets what percentage?
Yeah. Well, it's centered around the Bushmaster rum, and
it was between.
And two. Mama Mabel killed her. Yeah. His mother because of it. Cut to a couple years later, and he gets flat shot by we assume one of Mama Mabel's goons, and
the uncle.
It was the uncle?
That was the uncle.
It was the uncle?
That was the uncle.
I didn't recognize him at first. It was a flashback, but anyways, thanks to a friend of his taking him to his friend's mom, he got the nightshade in him. But we found out it's not the nightshade that gives him his abilities. Apparently, he's always been like meta-human-ish in a way.
Type of special.
And from what I gathered from the nightshade, what it does is it brings out those abilities.
It enhances them even more. So he has these
abilities. They're a lot more noticeable.
Yeah, he has these abilities, but it's just they're very small. They're not large or big. Or
and so this entire time, he's been trying to get revenge on Mariah. And there's a lot of stuff that happens. There's a lot of stuff that I took so many fucking notes. Shades killed Comanche because he was talking to the cops.
We got a lot more with Shades this season.
Misty got her robot arm, which is really cool. Danny did show up in what I would consider one of the best episode of the season. Mariah finally realized who she really was in one of the best scenes from Alfred Woodard of this series.
Yeah, doesn't say much with the rest of the season.
Then Shades realized he may have unleashed a beast, the devil, and so he fully confessed to the cops.
I know. Mariah. It felt like you know what it felt like is that it's like so. This is what I did all last season, up to this point. You know, it's like this is everything that happened.
Yeah, there was that one scene last episode where like you can tell it's hitting Misty, but she has to have that stone face when it
Yeah, it's just everything's catching up.
But Claire left. They had her and Luke had an argument. Yeah. She left so he can realize that not only does he need to realize what kind of hero he wants to be, but the kind of hero that doesn't always need to go over and save the day, but also reconcile with his father, who does fine. He finally does eventually reconcile with him, and they do have a nice bond again. They have that bond again.
Yep.
That's the last, episode, I think it was episode 9 or 8 was the last time we saw him. Let's see, what else? Mariah's trying to expand her drug empire, or her empire into drugs. She built a new safe room below the Harlem's Paradise. Did you have anything else?
last episode, pretty much.
Which I'm getting to, which was
last. Because I thought we were leaving that for last, like we always do. That's why. So.
Well, no, I was just going over leading up to.
But
this episode.
Last episode, pretty much, we see the fact that Tilda, pretty much, her daughter, Mariah's daughter, pretty much, is now seeing the full truth of her mother. Now she really wants her full on dead.
And is helping Bushmaster to kill Mariah.
So she gave him more like a super type of super nightshade, pretty much. And he injects himself the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, but thanks to Shades and Luke, they're able to finally arrest Mariah.
Because he was contemplating on whether he was gonna go or not for Luke, pretty much. That's the thing. He was contemplating because he's like, you know what? If it happens, it happens. But then, of course, his conscience was kicking in, realizing, I need to go. You know, he had no other choice, but he had to go. And that's why, even when he was in the club looking at Mariah, Mariah was looking at him, and she was like, in a way, going, I knew you were going to be here. You know, in a way, going, you're pretty much, you're going to be protecting me no matter what. It's like, I knew you were going to be here.
So to put it bluntly, last episode, Shades confessed everything. Bushmaster almost got his revenge on Mariah.
Yeah.
Shades was finally able to get the .38 revolver to or have Misty finally arrest Mariah.
Yeah.
And Bushmaster and Tilda are still in the wind.
Yeah, they're still right now in the wind. What's going on with that? So let's just let's see how they're gonna wrap all this up with everybody at this point, because it feels like the way they did it last episode, I thought it felt like they wrapped up a lot of it, but. Let's see where a lot of these characters are going to end up at, where we're going to go with Luke, and maybe a quick tease of what's going to happen in the third season, which we're hoping, which we kind of figure is probably going to happen at some point, for the third season of Luke Cage. So, what's the title of this episode?
I have no idea.
He's helpful a lot. So, let's see here.
What? I'm the one. Okay, look. Anybody who follows us in Star Wars knows I have done a review for every single episode, and that is not easy. There's a lot. I took a lot of notes and barely touched any of them. And talking about this season has been up and down, like with pacing. It seriously has some pacing issues, but I think for the most part I still enjoyed this season. We'll have to really see with the season 2 finale, which is called.
Season 2, this is for Season 2, Episode 13, The Reminisce, they reminisce over you. Sorry. So, here we go for the wrap-up of Luke Cage, Season 2. So, enjoy.
Mariah Stokes dealing with the crime of murder in the first degree. 12 counts, with victims that include her own cousin, Cornell Cottonmouth Stokes. Objection. Again, for the 4th time.
Mr. Donovan, need I remind you there are no cameras in this courtroom?
That's hard to believe, given the way District Attorney Towers is acting, Your Honor.
You have no fucking right. You bounce over to Bushmaster and bounce back to Mariah. Tilda's there.
Simple arrangements for a first-time offender. I'm not grandstanding, Your Honor.
Wait.
Ms. Stokes' Dylan's hands are drenched with blood.
Bail is denied.
She's like,
passport is to be revoked, and she is to be remanded to Rikers until a trial date is set.
Rikers.
Your Honor, may I speak?
Oh shit!
I can't believe I'm actually entertaining this, but proceed.
Your dog's like, I'm out of here.
I'm just a simple Southern woman who massacred a bunch of people.
I am not a flight risk. The rains will come torrential, and the water will rise.
She's doing her own version of getting rid of the evidence.
People won't have time to evacuate.
Dude,
I still love that this season.
Before it's too late. Long-time resident of Harlem. What's your take?
I'm shocked, like everybody else. I've never seen anything quite like this.
He's packing everything up. Oh, that's right! The lease is coming up on the barber shop. And they still haven't gotten the money.
I read your New Yorker profile on Luke Cage. You talk about
He walked in, he's all smoking out still.
Damn, bro.
Streets is hot takes on a whole new meaning.
Yeah, look at the smoke coming off him.
It's like the Wild Wild West out there. In the storm. Stand close, you might not get wet. But not even Luke Cage can control the weather.
I think people don't believe him anymore because of him getting his ass kicked by bullshit.
That one video.
That one video people hate. I'm like, fuck you.
Worse.
And then when he actually did kick his ass, but then he cheated, that's when he's like, I did kick his ass, but nobody was there to record it.
He kicked his ass twice legitimately, and nobody was there to record it.
Tilda. Detective Knight.
Only
You see him right there? You sounded just like your mama.
Sad.
I was gonna say guilty, but goddamn, that's even low.
Right there.
Whatever you think you're doing, stop.
Sound guilty. You're making yourself sound guilty.
Yeah. Misty, no, it's like, no.
You just made yourself sound guilty.
Yep.
She's gone. Not for long. She's not stupid.
Yeah, but is it really known?
It might not work.
It has to. Ingrid.
Oh, she's still there. I thought she already left already. I thought she would have escaped.
Whatever you give him is working, but he's weird.
Well, this route will help with his memory. But he needs therapy, which includes rest and diluted doses of nitrogen.
Is she dead?
No.
Mariah must burn. It's the only way.
Honestly, I would be surprised if she doesn't get execution. Like death by injection or some shit like that. Considering they're blaming her for all those deaths at Gwen's.
All's getting carved up like a birthday cake.
Who sent out the invites?
Well, it wasn't Eric Home of the Koreans.
I'd be.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. Really look familiar.
Ain't them neither. At least the Puerto Ricans are the stylists. I haven't seen a single Jamaican since the surge began. Little Italy?
I don't know. Let me ask my man.
You're like Uber for thugs.
If you want to know anything about anybody, ask a driver.
She got her own nice little setup in there and everything. You think it's Carbone? Oh.
Rosalie Carbone says goodbye, movie.
Wow. Let's do it! Do it quick!
Ah, damn it, we were that close! Ah, that close, Christopher! Yeah, I saw that coming.
One of Pete's nasty ass gals. Look at my eyes. I am the head nigga in charge. I pay you $150 a year. 20 tonight each. I pay you people on the outside. Ask around about Mariah Stokes. I'm the real for real. You with me? Hey. Clean all this shit up.
God damn it. Oh, nobody's there. Nobody's like...
Cameras around.
Yeah.
You need to get here right now. Bring 40.
You get the headset on. Nice. He's like, yes.
Oh!
I love for him, it's just a tap. It's just a fucking tap. Recognize this house.
There's the shot.
Yeah. They used the same place for Mr. Robot.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead. Shoot me. Please. You know exactly who the fuck I am.
People always want to see if the myth is true.
If the myth's true.
Yeah.
I want to see if the myth's true.
Harlem is my home. I'm not going anywhere.
Really, motherfucker?
Oh God, no! Oh!
Don't.
God damn! Oh.
Understand.
Oh. God damn, my head hurts.
What are you gonna do if I don't leave?
What do you mean?
There's still a jury to contend with. A jury might buy how a rich but lonely widow could
Every
be
time it's a
seduced
jury in one of
by
these
an
movies or TV
aggressive,
shows,
emotionally manipulative man who uses sex.
they're going to
physical
use the fact he was
to
emotionally
enable an
distressed
otherwise upstanding
when he was
woman
with
to
Mariah.
crime.
Oh, motherfucker.
He has numerous murders that he's admitted to. Even the gun that was used on poor Candace Miller was a family heirloom that he stole.
Without my permission.
Exactly.
God damn it! I've never thought I'd say this, but god damn it, Shades, get the fuck out of there!
So, in a court of laws, it's reasonable to assume
There's reasonable doubt about my guilt in any of this.
Just gonna wipe
I appreciate that.
clean slate. Clean
I
house.
would. And Sugar,
Why sugar?
his wife, gave me clothes.
Oh shit. Oh man,
And
Sugar's
cash.
butt. Damn.
They're killing anybody connected, even the drivers. Down to the driver.
Sugar. Please let Sugar be alive. Is that a bit of sadness I see on her face? Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. My bad.
Tilda just called. She's ready to see you.
Yeah, she's gonna kill you.
Fine. Get it over with.
Well, that would be cool.
If
What if it was a daughter taking out the mother?
God damn it, God of War all over again, man. Just Kratos, killing Zeus and shit. Be honest, the guy knew everything about what she was doing and still didn't do anything.
I thought she liked that kid.
Mariah has no like in her. It shields you. And when I get out, you and I, we will start over again from scratch.
Bullshit!
Now you need to forgive me.
Well, you know she does. That to me is bullshit.
My time here already, I have changed in ways that I never anticipated.
I have slit
Your life
one
is
throat
cursed.
so far.
Yeah.
Every person who's ever loved you, who you didn't kill, you pushed away. Even your precious Paul.
Hey, I no longer see Pete's face when I look at you. I see mine.
That's not a good thing. It's like going from seeing Darth Vader's face to seeing Emperor Palpatine's face in the mirror. It's like,
Hi, sweetie.
I love you, Mother.
Lipstick.
I knew it had something to do with lipstick because of the color of it.
Even though you don't deserve it.
Fucking lipstick.
Was the lipstick?
That's the only thing I can think of.
This is highly unusual and admittedly awkward.
It's true.
So leave.
So I think
This is a first.
I think whatever Tula did to her is gonna take effect
You want to see me?
at near the end of their conversation.
Something.
Their conversation.
I met with Rosalie Carbone.
I heard.
I repaired the wall.
There's a new gangster in town. You made me find who I really am. In a strange way, we're responsible for each other.
Bitch, please.
Bitch, please, please.
No offense.
None taken, nigga. The preacher's son, even when you ugly, you are regal.
And I'm gonna be the last one.
Don't be too sure.
I told you!
Mariah.
Yep, and the lipstick.
Shit.
The lipstick.
Eso de la araña.
Luke, just go out and get somebody.
No one's coming.
You can't save me.
Nah. I've done all the saving I can do.
Fuck! I called that shit! I'm looking at it this way. Any evidence they show, no, it's definitely not Luke.
Witch is dead.
Wow, they finally did it!
Shit.
She did! Tilda finally pulled the trigger on being a Stokes. And it wasn't...
Hernan Alvarez. You are under arrest
What?
for the murder of Candace Miller
Oh.
and Darius Comanche Jones.
Bullshit. I have a deal.
Now you see, you alienated your lawyer before she could explain the fine print. Your proffer was contingent upon the successful conviction of Mariah Dillon.
That's
And when
right.
she died. Your deal died with her.
Wow, they finally killed her, dude. God, this feels worth waiting 15 episodes for. Oh, wait. 26 episodes for. You did it, girl! She finally. She did it! She finally won.
You can come here and get your hair cut. That's it. Can't talk shop around here. If this place is Switzerland, it has to be, and you know it.
It's saying because he's like
Since he
wheeled and dealed with other crime bosses as if he's a crime boss himself.
Respect that.
And that's why he's like, I'm not a crime boss.
Oh, wait.
Mr. Gage, we need to talk.
Oh,
I swear,
give
guys.
him the money that
Don't tell me she left Harlem's Paradise to him.
Or she gave him the money that's been owed.
No doubt.
He's not a crime
boss.
boss.
He
I
doesn't.
thought you weren't a king.
I'm not.
No.
I'm a rook.
Wait.
Known on the streets of Harlem as Luke Cage, I give Harlem's paradise.
I knew it!
Oh shit!
Club,
The club.
the deed, the name.
You get the keyboard, Luke. You get everything else. Even in death, Mariah screwed over her only daughter.
What?
Wow!
You guys told her just lied to you?
No.
The oldest part.
Harlem's Paradise is the crown jewel of Harlem. It should go to someone who loves Harlem.
Somebody who's willing to protect Harlem.
Who loves Harlem as much as I do.
You know the story of the sirens. The beauty of their voices.
Even in death, she still gave you the bird. Damn.
He's just as shocked though. He's like, wait, what?
Damn it.
Do you want it?
No.
It should burn.
It should burn.
Burn it down to the ground.
After one last performance.
This is just... Oh, goddamn.
He gave it to her. Hold on. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Don't assume anything till they show it. I told you, don't assume anything.
And that shot.
Goddamn portion.
Muhammad Ali.
What do you want me to do? Put him in VIP downstairs. Anything else?
See, I didn't see it until now what DW was saying. Okay! This is... Oh, don't Godfather this shit. Do not Godfather this shit. Oh, they are Godfathering this shit! Oh, fuck! They Godfather the shit out of that scene!
Tell Claire to go home.
Claire's there.
What? Oh!
I wish Danny was there to see this shit.
What the fuck?
Because now it feels like they're ending it as if he's like, not becoming a bad guy, but it's like.
Is from God, Earl. I have no doubt in my mind about that. But with that kind of power comes its share of pain. I know that. Science, magic, God. That power flows from within, from inside. What comes out when that pressure is heaviest, that's the real magic. That's what defines being a man. That's what defines being a hero.
So, a rather slow yet eventful season finale.
Did not expect it to make that turn, to be honest.
Luke running Harlem's Paradise now, just... What happened between when he said just burn it all and just him controlling it?
I know, because he's like, he's like, do you want it? He's like, no, it should burn down. What happened after that? They'd be like, oh, I changed my mind.
I just don't... It just confuses me, is what it does. I mean,
it really does too.
Like, after everything he tried to do, after trying to, understand what Claire said, his solution instead was just protect Harlem.
Damn.
That's it, just protect Harlem. And I feel like that's going to go, if there is a season 3, I feel like all that's going to go south.
It feels like it's going to go south very fast for him.
Yeah. And thanks to you, now I know who Tilda becomes. I was wondering. I'm staring going...
Sorry, we had to look it up, or at least I had to look it up. For those who don't know, pretty much, I'll probably have a quick picture. She becomes the villain Nightshade, or in other terms, Dr. Nightshade. That's who she becomes. And the look you saw that she was in, that was actually like her look you see in the comics. So we see why she turns that way, because she was shocked. She thought she was gonna get Harlem's Paradise. I thought she was gonna give him at least the money that he's owed. That's it. That's what I thought.
She gave him that and more.
She gave him much more. You know, she's like.
That's why in her last word she says, "This isn't over." In her last word, she told him, "This isn't over," and this is why she said that. He is now a complete owner. And you won't even talk to Claire either!
Claire was there. It's like, she's here. It's like, send her home.
It's like, what do you want to talk about? I listened to what you said, and this was the outcome. I finally listened to what you had to say, and this was the outcome.
I really wouldn't mind seeing what Danny thinks of this as well.
Well, don't forget, I think we've already talked this a gazillion times.
Yeah.
I think they just wrapped filming on Iron Fist season 2.
Yeah. And
Misty Knight will be like a recurring character that season.
They're saying that she's a series. No, they said she's a series regular.
Series regular, yeah.
In that season, so.
As for Rosario Dawson, that's actually up in the air. As for
her contract is up in the air.
Yeah, right she hasn't said anything if she's coming back or not for the Marvel Netflix show.
She says she does not know just yet. So. Ooh, boy.
I want, honestly, the thing I want to know the most is everybody else's reaction. Like, I want to see Jessica's reaction. I want to see Danny and Colleen's reaction, pretty much. I want to see Foggy's reaction. Dude, Foggy's going to probably be his, like, fucking attorney for this. It'll be nice to see Foggy more often next season.
But that line, though, that's why I love the line they showed at the end, pretty much, because you remember what his father had said. About
when you have all this power...
There's going to be a certain point where you're going to lose yourself in a way, in a way. That's what it is. You're going to start to lose yourself.
Damn it, man.
You know,
it's like Misty won the battle, but now the war has only begun.
Yeah.
I felt bad because you're sitting there and they godfather her out of the room, and like it's just I
think what she did, what Mariah did for Sugar, is that since he helped her and stuff like that, I think they gave them money at least. Because that's because she's like, you know, she supplied her own clothes to me, helped me out, and things like that. So I think that's why I said I was trying to hear what she was trying to say, but I think what she was doing was pretty much like paying back people that legitimately, were not in a harm's way, but they helped where they could. So I think that's why Sugar's still there and things like that. But I see where DW pretty much had the issues.
It took me a while. It took me to that point, that last scene, to realize what he meant, and like, then looking back at the episode,
it's like you're becoming a crime boss. You're making these wheelings and dealings. You're becoming a crime boss, and it's like at first I thought, I was like, no, he's not. He's handling it that way, things like that. But then now you see it like this. Now he's starting to look like a crime boss. It's just like. It's gonna be fucking interesting where they're gonna go or take this with season 3.
Well, it feels like definitely Tilla's coming back next season. That's guaranteed.
She's coming back full force. It looks like she may be coming back.
She'll be coming back next season. Maybe Bushmaster. I
think Bushmaster.
It's weird. I think that my only real negative is how they ended Bushmaster's story in this episode. He's just gone. That's it.
Well, he did what he could, pretty much. That's the thing.
But the thing is, once again, this is what I didn't like about this season. One of the things I didn't like about the season is like, it felt like he was supposed to be a villain, then he's kind of not the villain, then he is the villain, but then he's kind of not the villain, then he is the villain.
It went back and forth.
It went back and forth to a point that when he finally left, I'm like, okay, I guess that's it for him.
That's it for him, pretty much.
I felt very abrupt by that. I just really did. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if he will be making an appearance next season.
I doubt he will.
I want him to, because I like the actor so much that played him.
Yeah,
he did such a great job.
I don't see it happening, because they said, too, if any more gets put into him, he's going to pretty much die. He's probably not going to be able to take it anymore.
But I'll admit, this was a better season finale than last season because of two things. That ending and Mariah dying. Mariah dying. I thought, like, with this whole her taking control of Rikers, I'm like, ah, fuck, we're never gonna, oh, son of a bitch. And then she dies, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then with what Luke did, by the end of it, I'm just like...
It's weird how they took it, pretty much, where it's just like, wow. That's why I said I really want to see everybody's reactions. Besides Misty, you know, besides we already saw everybody else, but I want to see, like I said, Danny's, Colleen's. I want to know their reactions to what's going on. I want to know how they're taking this. You know, it's like, it's like...
Because it could have felt like he could have done something else. Like, when he gave the one cry boss that warning, I'm like, okay, that's, you know, he's like, you know, keep your shit, you know, because she made another good point. She's not going away. She's not going to go away. You can't kill her. So, like, I would love, the main one is Claire. I would love to see what she has to say about it, because, like, all she wanted him to do was realize not only the hero of who he was, the hero that he is, but realize that he doesn't have to save everybody.
Yeah.
And there was that point where he admitted, and it was the last episode of episode 4, where he admitted Claire was right about what he had to do. And then we get this episode, and he doesn't want to see Claire.
It takes another 180, pretty much, on it. It's just like another 180 on this, and it's like, come on. It's like, like I said, I just, the way they took him, I mean, I like the way they took him, but it's like, it's just going to be very weird how next season's going to be.
It feels like when, oh fuck, I'm trying to remember another Marvel thing. Like when, during Civil War when Iron Man took over, and we know he's not supposed to be the bad guy, because he's supposed to be a superhero. We know he's supposed to be the bad, but he's acting like one. And that's the biggest concern I have with next season is he's going to try to do good, but still going to look like he's just another crime boss.
That's why it's interesting when they show those shots where you see everybody watching Luke now, pretty much. It's like, not only is Misty there, but even the freaking commissioner is there. You know, she's also there watching.
The deputy chief, yeah.
The deputy chief, she's there. And it's just like, goddamn Luke. It's like, really? You're gonna, it feels like
I didn't want them to put Misty at odds with Luke. I really didn't want them to put them at odds with each other. Because they have such a great dynamic. And I guess we can get into the season, like, character reviews of everybody. Like, their dynamic, when she first, like, wanted to quit.
Yeah. And
she tagged along with him to find Piranha.
Yeah.
Like, that was really cool. Like, their dynamic and stuff, and her attitude towards the shit he does. I really like that. I guess we can talk about, like, okay, we already talked enough about Luke. I think for the most part, Luke really tried. I think for overall, he
this
really
season was
trying to be different.
This season was all about, like I said in our first episode, pretty much. He was now deciding, okay, now that everybody knows who I am, knows my face, I'm popular. It's like, what type of hero am I gonna be?
Yeah.
This season was defining who I should be as a hero.
Yeah.
And that's what Claire, like Claire was saying. You're trying to decide who you want to save, or or you can't save everybody. But you have to decide to be that hero on who you want to save.
It's still sad. Looks like we're still not getting Hero for Hire anytime soon.
No, not at all. But
that sucks. I really want. I'll get to episode 10.
Yeah, we'll get that. We'll get to that later. But what was it? Next character, Misty, pretty much. Her character, pretty much.
Oh no, let me finish with Luke. I think overall it's not like he's trying to make it look like he's the bad guy. He is trying his best because what happened with the Bushmaster video, what happened with Bushmaster himself, and people. There was that one episode where people giving him his doubts about always protecting Harlem, And this was, I think, it came down to the fact that this was the only way. He knew this was the only way to be the protector that Harlem needed.
Mm-hmm.
That no matter what, I think it's what happened between when he said burn it down and when we see him then. I think something happened, possibly with his father, possibly something else that the attorney said that we're not going to see till next season.
Yeah, something where he had no other choice. But that's just, like I said, the way they took it.
But I think in the end, DW was right. but this was I think to Luke, this was the only way he could protect all of Harlem.
To him, that's what he thinks. That's what he thinks, pretty much.
And honestly, I kind of agree with him. Because of every time he tried to stop Mariah, he couldn't kill her. Every time he tried to stop Bushmaster, he couldn't kill him. Like, episode 12, he had him in the chokehold. He could have killed him. Missy told him not to.
Yeah.
Like, this was it's the only way to protect it without killing anybody.
Because now the people know who he is. It's like, to see his face, they know to back off
and
stay away.
Even Mariah is right to a point about Harlem's Paradise being a cornerstone of that borough.
It is, pretty much. It's pretty much what everybody goes to. This is where everybody comes together, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, it's right. I mean, it was for Luke, and even for character-wise, that's good for him.
Honestly, I would predict that the reason he didn't want to see Claire is because, like, what can he say? What really can he say?
He can't really say anything.
It's like, all he can say is, this is the only way I knew of that could protect Harlem. And Claire kind of was right in the end. He was always going to be obsessed with protecting Harlem, and this is just proves her point. So it was just going to be him listening to telling him how much she was right about it.
Exactly.
I think that's why he didn't want to see her. Mm-hmm. He wants to prove first that she's wrong before ever seeing her.
Then it's not going to happen.
Oh, that and Rosario. We still don't know if Rosario Bus is coming back. Yeah. Okay, now we can go to Misty.
Now we go to Misty Knight, pretty much, which is just her character.
Okay, let's be honest. First 4 episodes, Misty got the shaft, but continue.
No, it's true. She got the shaft pretty much because everybody just kept bothering her about her arm and everything, pretty much. Where she was just, it was just like she felt like it was holding her back. You know, but it got to a point where she had to man up. She had to grow a pair and be like, you know what, I need to get back to work, things like that. You know, even when she got her arm and things like that, you know, got the robotic arm from Danny and Colleen, it's like, you know what, it's like, I need to get back into this. Because even then, pretty much, she was doubting pretty much at
she had
her doubts pretty much of that her fellow co-worker, pretty much the police, weren't doing anything. They weren't pushing anything. Danny was getting somewhere where they weren't.
Instead, they were just more concerned about, like, what happened with her and Scarf. Yeah. And, like, if she will ever become something like that. Yeah. And that's where she got borderline, where she was going to plant the evidence at Roach's place.
That's where it really kicked in her conscience, where she backed off from it, pretty much.
And we still don't know. That's the other thing. We still don't know if she took the captaincy.
No, that's the thing. I don't think she took it yet.
Like, Deputy Chief offered it, but she never answered.
She hasn't.
They didn't even get back to it. She was just a cop again.
She hasn't. They haven't answered it just yet. But her character though pretty much was like, it was like Luke pretty much, where she was trying to figure out what type of cop she needs to be, especially working with Luke Cage, things like that. Yeah. Only lucky thing is that she stuck. You know, luckily for her, she was able to. She thought of the right thing, pretty much. She's like, I'm doing the right thing. This is how we need to do it. She thought clearly, you know, and it was cool. Even with those episodes with Colleen, the episode with Colleen and stuff like that, when she started bringing up the meditation, stuff like that, because even I was sitting there going, meditation, help clear your mind, stuff like that.
That was one of the best scenes with Misty is when she's at the bar with Colleen.
Yeah, Daughters of the Dragon, pretty much. And I was, even when they were at the bar, I was sitting there going, because my wife was just like, are you okay? I'm like, they're wearing their outfits. They're wearing their outfits, kind of, in a way. So she wears red and she wears the white. It's like, oh. I just like it when she was fighting. And all of a sudden when she went to go throw her right fist, she's like, oh, I forgot there's no arm there.
But I think for the most part, Misty went through a lot.
She went through a lot, but she bounced back good. She bounced back really good.
But most importantly though, she was struggling with kind of the same thing Luke was about how to protect Harlem.
How to protect Harlem, but still be a cop, pretty much. Still do it under, within the law. And she got a taste of what it feels like without the badge, but even afterwards.
After she busted her, what was it, Nadia, her old partner.
Oh God, I forgot to bring that up.
After she busted her, I think that's where it cemented that she needs to prove. That's why she decided to stay with the cops. She needs to prove that there is
the system works.
The system works.
The system works, and it's
when there's good people, when the right people are in charge, the system works.
Exactly, and she did like I said, her character.
I like when she beat the shit out of her. That was
oh God, when she's like, "Come on, you want to finish this? Get up!" You know, I was like, "Oh fuck yeah." But like, again, her character this season was just phenomenal. It's like she hit the bottom. She got the experience a little bit, but then she realized, no, I need to get back to where I'm best at. Mm-hmm. You know, and her character was just phenomenal.
I think she was good, and she had. Now she understands what she did. She knows that it's not Scarf who defines her; it's her who defines herself.
Exactly, and that's what it was. And this is a great job, pretty much overall.
Mariah and Shades.
And Shades. Well, we'll start off with Shades, pretty much, because Shades' character evolved immensely.
This is the biggest problem I have with this season is like Mariah and Shades. Like, it feels like they were supposed to be the villains, but like they were so overshadowed by Bushmaster that he seemed like more of the villain, and wasn't even.
It felt like pretty much they didn't know which direction they wanted to go in.
And it wasn't even until like like the episode where she finally admits to Tilda that she's who she is.
Oh my god!
You know, and it wasn't until then that she certified the villain, but it was so confusing. Like, they had a relationship for like most of the season, then it looked like it was gonna break, then put together, then it was gonna break. This is one thing you noticed in this season was that like it was so confusing about who was really the bad guy.
Who the real full villain was. It went back and forth. You didn't know what was going on.
Like Bushmaster, we'll get to Bushmaster in a minute, but Bushmaster was felt like he was supposed to be the villain, but they felt like they still needed to add Mariah and Shades.
But like I said though, with like Shades, pretty much they gave him so much more character this season, which I loved. He did. Theo Rossi, the actor, pretty much who plays Shades. He did a phenomenal job in this role this season. He got so much more like so much great screen time he had. So many great performances he had in this season. Pretty much. Yeah. He did a great job, and even his character, it went from all the way up to a certain point where he started realizing, oh gosh, she is psychotic, type of thing. Where it's like, he's always had that moral code, pretty much the mob code. For a lot of the other crime lords and stuff like that. It's like there's a code that you follow on the streets, pretty much, and that's what he's always followed. And just when you start seeing Mariah, even he's like telling Mariah, going, "There's a code that we all live by." It's like there's a code we need to live by, and it's like you realize she's just breaking every goddamn code.
I think what was best about Shades this season was you got to see what happens when like his emotions got the
best of him, and what really kicked in was Comanche.
Was when he had to kill Comanche?
He had to kill Comanche. That's when that's when everything started changing.
He realized he was letting his emotions speak for him.
And he was blind to seeing a lot of things that were going on.
He was actually the smartest criminal of this season.
This season, he was the smartest, because even he kept telling Mariah, going, "Don't do this." And even then, it's like when she did it, it's like, again, he came back to her going, "I told you this would happen."
It's sad that he was more of the slightly better villain than Mariah. Now, don't get me wrong. I liked Mariah when I started really liking Mariah this season, when she became full-on, like, Black Mariah.
Black Mariah.
God damn. I really enjoyed it. But before that, I was just so mad.
Because she was trying to figure out what she wanted to do.
She wanted to get out. She couldn't make up her mind, and it was sad. It's like you say
she was trying to go all legitimate, make actual legitimate money.
And the thing is, we all knew that she's gonna go evil.
Yeah, and
we know how this works.
Yeah, exactly.
But they kept on trying to play us like we're idiots. It wasn't even until like the second half of the season where she actually started acting like Black Mariah.
When she kicked in that episode, pretty much, I believe it was episode 9. That's what it was. Episode 9, pretty much, when they're stuck in the Rand office, pretty much. And the way she does that performance. That's what he said. This is like the only episode where she really fully shined for her character, and she did phenomenal. She literally just let everything out. She just let everything out of the bag.
Yeah. From there on in, I would agree. Great.
She was fantastic.
Before and in, just so confusing about where. That was I'll bring back because we're going to Bushmaster anyway. So one thing I hated this season was it just never felt like there was one actual villain.
No.
I felt like everybody was putting their hands.
This season, they're trying a little bit. It felt like they're trying to do something different, and they were trying to kind of add two villains in a way, but
like simultaneously,
and it didn't work.
It didn't work.
They didn't know how to do it in a series.
Now let's get to speaking of villains.
Now we move on to Bushmaster.
Oh no, let's get on to Tilda just for a
Tilda.
bit. The only problem I had with Tilda is that she was barely in it, but after seeing the finale, I can kind of see why, because she's going to play an even more prominent role in the next season. But for this season, she felt like she was barely. She was just supposed to be that last bit of angel on Mariah's shoulder. That Mariah was going to backstab eventually, which she does.
Exactly.
I just feel like. I just feel like there was so much more they could have either done with Tilda or just not barely have her in it. And had her a bit more, I think it would have been better for her.
To me, I think they should have just waited till about, halfway through the season and then bring her in, because the amount of time she had on screen wasn't barely anything even in the beginning. She barely had anything.
It wasn't until the second half. Like I said, the second half of the season is what
really kicked it in for Tilda. And as I said, they should have just saved it up until halfway, and then you use the rest of that screen time for Tilda, pretty much, to try to get that connection in, so you can really connect with Tilda. But it's like, again, with her, it's like they barely gave her anything, and it's just like, I understand trying to save her up for the following season, but at least do something. Even give her more screen time just for the second half. Don't just keep her scattered. Oh, make sure people remember, hey, this is her daughter.
Yeah, and then by the end of it, I'm just like it's really cool she becoming essentially her own villain and not like her mom. But like by that point, I'm like, okay, that's great. Now we gotta wait a whole season to really see her shine. Like she really didn't start shining until the last couple episodes.
That's why I said they should have saved her for the second half of the season.
Her best episode was fucking the season finale.
Yeah,
was her best one.
That's when
she really shined.
She really shined. You saw her true, full-on intentions, pretty much, and it was just like I said. I wish they would have worked better with that, and that's what they needed to do on that part.
Now we can get into Bushmaster.
Bushmaster.
I liked Bushmaster. I really enjoyed him.
The actor did a phenomenal job.
He was his own character. He had his own unique abilities. He had his own mindset, and everything about him was great for the first half of this season. Then
it took forever. They took forever to actually bring him towards Luke. And it just felt
it felt like forever.
It felt like they dragged it on. It was like because they made it seem like, oh, we're setting this up to where by the end of the first episode he's gonna hit him hard. No, not even that.
It took a few episodes just to establish he was the villain, and then by the time we really enjoyed him as a villain. No, he's just somebody who's been damaged by Mariah.
Yeah, he's just somebody who's similar in a way to Luke, but it's like if Luke went down the wrong path. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
that's all it really was, and it was just that's why he said he was great for the first half,
and then his exit at the end of the season just felt like, oh, okay,
he's done. That's it. He's tapped out.
Bye.
That was it.
I wasn't expecting him to die. But, I was expecting more near the end, and, we got nothing. It felt like we got nothing.
Yeah, it really did. He was just, like you said, don't get us wrong, the actor did a phenomenal job. He did a great job, and I don't know if I even said this in the first episode. It was the first episode. No, I did. I don't think I did. But pretty much the actual actor, if you look him up, he was actually born and raised in Harlem. So it was pretty cool just to see him play in a role like this, trying to take over Harlem and stuff like that. But like I said, his character, I wish it was so much better. I think it would have done better if they focused on one villain and one villain alone. That was it. I think if they would have set it up to where the first half of the season was him trying to build his way up, and then the second half is pretty much halfway through, it's like he's already at the top, and all of a sudden we see him start to fall back down slowly. That would have been great. That would have been fantastic, but no, it's like they were trying to get Mariah still in there, scattered in there.
It's like when they made Mariah the villain in the last few episodes, they just turn him into a second-note character.
Because that's what I said, pretty much. Make the first half, you can still have Mariah in there. First half of her trying to become legitimate, you know, and Bushmaster just trying to take over. And then by the time it's halfway, when he's at the top, that's when you see the true Mariah, the true evil villain of Mariah. You know, Black Mariah. You see her trying to dominate and take it back. That would have been a great setup. Honestly, that would have been a great setup. But here, they try to mix it up a little bit off and on, but it didn't work. It did not work at all.
But overall, I think he was a really good villain. I thought when he was the villain, when he really established himself, he was great. He had his I hate this to sound wrong, but he had the accent. He had the walk. He knew who he was, and you could see that in a way.
He was walking pretty much. He was walking with confidence, pretty much. Right? It's like even after he beat down Luke Cage, even he was just like, you know, it's like, that's right, I'm Bushmaster. Motherfuckers better step back. You know, that's what it is. He's just
when he took over Nigel's group, and like he established so well in that episode, and like. I wish he was the villain throughout at least the entire first half, instead of just, and not until like episode 2 or 3 where he really like made Luke know who he is.
Yeah. Now another character that I wouldn't mind bringing up that we, very much that I don't know, one character I want to bring up, it's not Claire, but it's DW pretty much. I like how they made him more prominent in this season compared to like last season was more of like, oh, he's on the side, stuff like that. But I really like DW pretty much because he really was kind of like seeing Luke Cage side of things in a way. I love how he tried to help him establish him and things like that. And he was like really the eyes and kind of like the eyes and ears of Harlem, pretty much, of like what the people are going through, what he's hearing from the people, what they're stating and things like that. And I love how his character kind of pretty much went, how it continued. And I like how he continued to keep Pop Shop still open as an actual barber shop.
Yeah, you know? I think that's one thing I was surprised at by the end was that he still wanted to essentially make Pop's Barbershop Switzerland.
He wanted to make it to a place where nobody has to worry about anything. You go there, and that's like holy ground. You don't do anything. That's what he was essentially trying to do. And I understand from his point of view, I completely understand what he's seeing and why he was pissed off at Luke. You know, but it's like, but from Luke's perspective, it's like
he was the best way to put him is he was there when he needed to be.
He needed to be.
Like when the Bushmaster drug got like released. When God damn, I really want to talk about episode 10. But like when like he was sitting there talking about like Power Man and Iron Fist.
Yeah, exactly.
And like he was nice. He was there when he needed to be, and he wasn't there when he didn't need to be. And that worked so much. I hope they really get rid of that Harlem's Hero act though.
I really do. Or
that's like the crutch every time. It's like, how do they find the Harlem's Hero?
Damn it, it's freaking everywhere. That's right. I like how DW was like, they needed. I told you we needed a freaking tag.
Now,
market.
The season in general, pretty much.
Overall.
It's what they tried to do, and I talked to you about this like a few days ago, is that they tried to kind of do their own Jessica Jones in a way. To where it wasn't the stereotypical Marvel Netflix show where
it's like first half you have one villain and the second half is another villain.
It's something completely different, but that other villain is still there just a teeny tiny bit.
But like we were saying before, we've been still saying that is they try to make it to where they had it scattered every now and then, but it didn't work. It didn't work. It's like we want to see more of one villain than the other. You know, it's like they didn't balance it well enough. At all.
Okay, but like what happened was it just felt for the first few episodes it just felt slow. Like nothing was really, people were talking, but nothing was really happening. Like there was little instances here and there, like Bushmaster take over Nigel's group, Luke doing Luke Cage things. But it wasn't until like I think it was episode 4, if I remember right, seeing my Stardust reviews. I think that around episode 4 is when it finally started picking up, and went to a snail's pace the next episode, and there are a couple more episodes.
Each episode, pretty much, if you check out his Stardust review of each episode, which I had agree with, and I've watched every single one of his reviews. Each episode, it was just very slow, and then it didn't get interesting till the end, and that's when he cut you off, and you're like, just get to it already, you know? It's like each episode felt like it was kind of like at a very slow pace.
Yeah, and then like it built up a little bit more, and then it died down a bit, and then like we got the finale, which was great, but still a tiny bit like Okay, that's going to be interesting where they take it. With that all being said, me and him both agree the
favorite
best episode of the season is episode 10.
Yes, and that is...
It's not only because... Let me disclaimer. It's not only because of Danny. Let's explain. Danny helped.
He helped this episode.
This was the best version of Iron Fist I've seen since
and even the writers have stated... The writers even stated going... This is the Danny that everybody's been waiting for.
And he is. And he admitted. And even Luke saw that he had a clear conscience. He was his own man, pretty much.
He admitted, was it by the end of the episode where he's just like, yeah, I gotta admit, I was kind of stubborn and stuff like that.
Well, not only was this the funnest episode of the season, because you got to see Danny and Luke team up and kick some ass and take down Bushmaster's drug factories. But then, like, after all of that, what was also great was that remember this was the episode Mariah just went full Black Mariah and killed everybody in Gwen's.
Oh yeah, that's
like it was a great. What was great about this episode was it was a great episode for the heroes and it was a great episode for the villain. Yeah, it was both in one and it worked so well.
This episode just defined what we need to see in this show, even a Marvel Netflix show. How it's well balanced for each episode.
And this was a great example of that.
Episode
10 is easily our best episode of the season.
To me, I hate to say it, to me, it also not only, it really felt...
The main ingredient, that's what it's called.
That was called the main ingredient. Yeah. It really felt like a pilot for Heroes for Hire. It felt like something...
It felt like they were testing out to see what people would say is their favorite episode.
And they did a great fucking job.
I honestly,
they did an amazing job.
This is why this is one of the reasons I was so confused by the season finale, because I'm like, we gotta wait for Heroes for Hire even longer. Fuck.
But what I like about it is that, like I said, with Danny, like I said, he really helped Luke understand what he's trying to do.
What Claire was
trying to tell him.
Now that was the big shocker by the end episode was that Claire sent Danny to see him.
Yeah, exactly. It was Claire who sent Danny because she knew that Danny would help him clear his mind.
And you know what? Now that season finale is making more sense. Remember what Luke told Danny about money being power? Now I didn't see that.
Money is power.
Money is, and like then even Danny even Luke takes Danny's stuff part that money isn't always the answer, too. So it was an interesting dynamic there too, and they played it off so well with each other.
The action scenes were just. The way they fought with the way they fought, it was just amazing. It was like, oh my god, this is just awesome fighting. The way they're teaming up together and stuff like that. It's like they bounce off of each other.
And then we saw Genghis Khan's. We forgot because they showed her earlier in an episode, and I forgot who. Then when they showed her again, I'm like, oh, that's the woman.
They had the sign where it says Genghis Khan's 2. T-O-O. You know, Genghis Khan's 2.
And that's who that was. I'm like, that's the woman he saved before. And I love the line she gives at the end where she's like, don't worry, I have insurance this time.
I have insurance this time. It's like, are you sure you don't need another place to stay? I have a place. It's like, no, I'm good.
Okay,
but like I said, that episode was just fantastic. You know, I loved, like I said, I even loved pretty much when he was sitting there going, wait, you mean the time when I hit you with my fist? And it glowed. You see DW's reaction going, yeah, like his fist is actually fucking glowing.
I saw like nobody believes Danny that he fought a dragon. Then it's like, are you just saying it's like that's a metaphor?
Yeah, metaphor. And that's why I like it. He's just like, so wait a minute. So you can believe that you got hard skin, all this.
My fist can glow.
My fist can glow, but you still can't believe
I fought a dragon.
I fought a dragon. No. And then he made up the place where it's Kung Lao stuff like that. When you come up with these fake names, like, I would take you one of these days so you can meet the dragon, And it's like, oh my god. Like I said, it was the best episode. It was the episode that you're like, they would make, this is the perfect way to do.
It was a crossover episode done right.
Done perfectly right. And like I said, it was just fantastic. Even when DW's like, wow, Power was at Luke Cage, it was at Power Man and Iron Fist. That sounds good together. Even I was sitting there going, yeah, it does. Yeah, shirt. Wink. It's just like, but phenomenal episode. It's the best episode. It was what pretty much the season needed to be. That's what it is.
A breather from everything. Though, like I said, it ended with Mariah killing everybody.
Exactly.
But,
but it was just, again,
so,
they did a great job.
I think we already talked a bit about it, but see what you're hoping for in what are we expecting in season 3?
Season 3, of course, we're definitely going to be seeing Tilda. More of her.
Let's be honest. After she came in at the end, let's call her Nightshade.
Yeah, she's Dr. Nightshade.
Dr. Nightshade.
One thing we never got this season at all, because I was hoping we get like some type of tease of it. We'll probably maybe get what's his name? God damn it, Diamondback. Because remember, end of season 1, we saw the Doctor going.
Diamondback may be the main villain.
He may be a possible main villain to slowly creep his way back up.
Who's probably gonna try to take over Harlem's Paradise?
Yeah, he's gonna try because now he's gonna probably.
He's the only one that makes sense to be the villain of season 3. To be honest.
Yeah.
Like Luke already screwed him over in all ways, pretty much. And now that, he probably has these abilities, he's gonna get revenge on Luke by burning down Harlem.
Especially when, especially when pretty much, this season with his father and things like that, them finally reconnecting in a way.
Like, they could make a twist to saying, Diamondback escaped and killed their father.
Either escaped or pretty much he's out and about pretty much, and then when he first sees him, and stuff like that. He brings the father. He's like, oh yeah, about him. Or he maybe drops something.
So for most part, I think the predominant 2 main villains will probably be, of course, Dr. Nightshade and Diamondback.
And Diamondback. I really don't know who else they'll bring into this.
We'll also probably see more of Luke still trying to be Luke, while also trying to essentially be the king of Harlem.
Trying to be the king of Harlem, but it feels like by the end of that season, he's gonna get back to square one, pretty much.
I think he's being thrown back to square one.
He needs to be thrown back to square one, back to pretty much where he first started. Realizing, okay, yeah, he's a hero, but he needs to be a different type of hero. He needs to be more
a hero for hire.
Yeah, hero for hire, but also a people's type of hero, pretty much for the people themselves. Not just somebody who's down to their level, not somebody who's like up high where he's at right now. Yeah. That's what it is. I think that's where. By the end of that next season, that's where he needs to be back at. Either by the end of it or halfway, something. Yeah. Hopefully somebody talks to him in some sense into him.
So overall, I'd still say overall, season 1 was better. Season 1's still not perfect, but season 1 was better. I think this was still better than Iron Fist season 1. Mm-hmm. I would say... it's sad. I'm gonna have to say that. All I think is it was at least better than Iron Fist season 1.
Yeah, that's about it.
For the most part, I can say at least it was better than Iron Fist season 1. Even Defenders was enjoyable.
And now seeing even Danny with like this, pretty much, I'm hoping they continue this Danny into the new season, since now we have a whole new showrunner for Iron Fist, pretty much. But sadly, we have to wait a little bit longer for that one, because if we've been hearing right or correctly. It sounds like the next show that could be around the corner for us right now is Punisher.
Punisher season 2, which I believe they've already got done filming.
They did get filming, so we may get some type of tease, or probably at Comic-Con we'll finally get probably some type of release dates for the rest of the rest of the Netflix shows, pretty much when they possibly will come out.
Yeah, and like you said, overall, I think just it was better. We can at least say IGN's score was complete bullcrap. They're giving a 4.4 out of 10. I don't think it was a bad of a season. I think the acting was still good. The cinematography was still great. The music was still amazing.
Yeah.
And regardless of how often Bushmaster was in, I still think he was a great character, and even at some point still a good villain. I think the biggest problem with seasons, of course, was it was just trying to put too many villains at once at the beginning. And then by the time it finally got to who was the villain by the end of it, it just felt tired out. We've already seen you the entire season. You haven't done shit till now, and we only have 4 episodes left. Yeah, no, you can go screw yourself.
Yeah,
And with that ending, I'm still curious to see. So I disagree with IGN's review of a 4.4 for overall for this season.
Yeah, it was 4.5 pretty much overall.
4.5. I heavily disagree. I still think it was better than. I still admit that Iron Fist season 1 was worse than this.
It was worse. Iron Fist season 1 was worse than this season.
So I think in my order, I gotta remember my order. I don't even remember.
Keep a list of that order too.
Iron Fist from worst to best. Iron Fist. This season Luke Cage. Defenders. The following season Luke Cage.
He needs to have
the Defenders. Season 2 of Daredevil. Season 1 of Daredevil and Jessica Jones right now. Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones season 1 or 2 or both?
That's a good point. I would say both. Honestly, both seasons are tied for that spot.
Yeah, because Jessica Jones season 1 and 2 were just phenomenal.
Real good. And that's the other thing. I thought just if we were to choose right now of the 2 MNU and Marvel Netflix shows, I would say Jessica Jones season 2 was better than Luke Cage season 2.
Yeah.
Is anything else?
No, that's about it. I mean,
it's been a long last couple weeks, so. Other than that,
whole week.
So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you hit the like button. If you want to talk more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share this around, share it around. And if you like it's just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about the man with the skin made of iron, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys loved about this season. Oh, first, let us know what you guys thought of the season finale episode. Did you think it was better than last season or vice versa? Let us know in the comments below. What did you think of this season overall? How the story was, you know, all of that. Your favorite character this season, or even your favorite episode this season. Do you agree with us where your favorite episode was episode 10 with Danny Rand, pretty much the way it was set up, story-wise, everything? If not, you know, which one, you know, was your favorite, you know, if it wasn't for that one. Let us know in the comments down below. Let us know what you thought of our reaction overall, whether it's this season or pretty much this episode overall. Again, if you want to check out his reviews on of each episode, you can go to our Stardust app for Super React Bros. I'll have our little tagline underneath, pretty much. And you get, like, again, you could, you know, take a look at each episode, what his thoughts were in each single episode. Put down what you, and again, most importantly, sorry, I'm just all over the place here. Thank you for watching.
And of course, like we said a few weeks back in our update video, on the next episode of SRB TV, we are taking something different.
We're gonna try. I gotta admit, we're gonna try.
And we will be watching the complete first season of Netflix's Dark.
Now, mind you, it was a German show, right? It's a German show. But we're not gonna watch it with the dubs. We're gonna watch it with the subtitles, since they told us that it's much better in subtitles, because dub, they don't really do a good job at it, supposedly.
Yeah. So that will be our next round of that's what will be.
And that one is every single episode.
Yes, this will be in our every single episode one, because it's going to be a while before next Marvel Netflix show, and there's still a bunch of other Game Conference stuff, other shows, trailers, things like that coming around the bend. So
yeah, and we still got Comic-Con coming up right around the corner as well.
So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very exhausting, Luke Cage-filled episode of SRB TV.
See you
later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
as well as our other shows,
click the playlist down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can check us out on Twitter,
as well as Stardust,
@Super React Bros.